Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. This is almost the conclusion of the week and of the league. Today's match number 29, which is match 4 of week 6, the final week of play. And we are right in the thick of things here today. So if you don't know what the AGL is, you can check the top of the description and I have a link to a video that'll explain it all for you. And you can also watch the last 28 videos on the channel to catch up to where we are today with the deck you see on your screen that we're going to use to run into match number 29 today. Like I mentioned, we're right in the thick of the top 8 hunt here. We probably need to go 1-1 in our last 2 matches. Sorry, 2-0 in our last 2 matches to realistically stand a chance. And 1-1 could maybe get us in with a little bit of help here. So it's going to be tough, but let's check out the standings before today's match. So we've got just 2 matches left, and this is where we currently stand on the leaderboard, sitting in 4th place. A win today would get us that coveted 20th win, which is the minimum you need to make top 8. And a loss would mean we need to win in our 30th match and get some help as far as tiebreaker goes. So we've got a lot of people hot on our tails, all with fewer losses than us. Lenindner, Frisky Hobbit, and JM Tron could all win 1 more match and jump me immediately. Peas of Crab wins 1 more match and also jumps me on tiebreaker. Kartigan, Rezre have a lot of matches left. So we are in a tight spot here. The AGL predictor model has us at a 56% chance to make top 8 as of right now, with the board as it stands. And there are 24 members left in the league out of 121 currently as of my week 4, or my match 4 of week 6, and 28 made week 6 in general. So we've got a tight leaderboard here at the top. Not a lot of room for error. Winning doesn't even promote us to 3rd. Losing technically won't demote us, but puts us in a pretty bad spot. So this is where we currently stand. And this 29th match will be against someone who's hot on our tails, Kartigan, who's playing another red-white deck. We just lost to one of those yesterday here. They're 17-8, sitting in 10th place. Now, if we're able to win this one, we could potentially put Kartigan out of our reach. We'll be at 20-9. They'll be at 17-9. So they will have to win 3 matches just to catch up to us. And if we lose it, they go to 18-8. We go to 19-10. You know, it starts to look really, really difficult. We'd have to win the last week and probably get some help, or the last match of the week and get some help. So without any further ado, enjoy today's 29th match. All right, so we have to start on the draw here, but the hand is actually pretty decent for that. And we drew a swamp to play at 1 drop, which is exactly the spot you want to be in. So as I was with the last 3 matches this week and for this match, won't happen for tomorrow, but for this match as well, I am commenting on the top of this after the fact, and they flip over Krenko. Like, of all the cards to flip, why's it got to be Krenko? I'm commenting over the top of this because I had to record these matches as I was on the run and was not at home, and I had to get these matches done early on in the week to make sure I had matches to play, as is usually the case in week number 6 here. So the red-black deck versus the red-black deck here. So now I have to see if I want to offer the trade ghoul for ghoul. And I do, and they actually decide they want to take it, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, fine by me. Now I play the wilds, get a swamp, and which creature do I play? I find most of the time the Siphoner has better attacks. But, you know, played the Gourmand here. It didn't really matter. Down goes Gourmand. Now we play Siphoner and hold up stab and drew a land. So, is what it is here. No plays, another land, attack, drain for 1, eat the food, go to 19 here. Okay, down goes Siphoner. Got nothing else we can play. Here comes the Blood Witch. Here comes the train. You'll hear the train here in a moment. Do I want to stab the ghoul or not? I don't think it's worth it right now. So I go ahead and play this ghoul. Attack with Blood Witch. I'm saving the stab for a potentially more valuable creature, but Jozu Vest. That's a 4 mana, 4/5 menace. It is not kicked, but a 4 mana, 4/5 menace by itself is honestly not that bad. Yeah, here comes the train. Hopefully it's not too loud. Yeah, land. Okay, got nothing here. Okay, that thing will not shut up. Okay, down goes Hungry Ghoul. Can't do anything about that. Get the trigger, and I think at this point now we need to kill the ghoul as they have good attacks with it. Take 4 menace. Draw nothing. Attack. Pretty simple game if we're being honest. I'm trying to bluff a couple of, like, I could potentially have something here, but I mean, there's really not a lot going on. And a tapped creature. Yeah, it's very quick. There's not much to even say. I mean, I just take 8, go to 4, play an Abyssal Harvester, which is like unbeatable for me, and draw land, and that's a game 1. Yeah, GG's. Okay, so it's a very simple matchup here. It's just who can get the better start, really. Seeing if there's anything that lines up particularly well. And the more and more I think about it, this Dragon Trainer over Shivan Dragon probably needs to be a main deck change. You can see me make it immediately again. Just the 1/1 body blocks the 2/1s. It also just makes a 4/4. It still gives me the flyer that I need. The Shivan Dragon is just kind of overkill. The Dragon Trainer really does what I want it to do. And looking at more removal, maybe. Here's the Power Stone Fracture I keep coming across. But just going to go ahead and submit it like that with that one change. Going into game number 2. And we're on the play this time, so hopefully we can get a good start. Because that usually is the key. Well, that's a bad start. But this hand, I almost put back the Employment, but my thought is I've got Raider into Goblin and then also Employment with Eaten Alive combo. So, like, if I could draw 2 lands here and he doesn't have removal, this game is over in like 30 seconds. So, attack with the Raider, play the Goblin, and yeah. No plays. Sounds good to me. Brazen Collector, if I had to miss a land drop, that's one I would like to have done it with, because it kind of does give me an additional mana next turn. And it's turn 3, and we missed a land, and look at our board. Still missing lands, but who needs them? This matchup has been incredibly straightforward so far. And just like that, like 30 seconds later, we are the winners of game 2. So we head back into sideboarding here, and we just don't have much of a sideboard really to consider. I mean, kind of looking around, but worked well in game 2. What's to say it can't in game 3 here now? Not many changes for Kartigan either. Time for game 3, the deciding game of match number 29 here. Our hand is pretty good. Let's see if it can get off to as good of a start as we need it to here. Oof, Sear Slicer Goblin. That's something you don't want to see. Now I have to decide if I want to hold this block back to block or if I want to try to race it. Or if I like attack and then play Hungry Ghoul and then plan to block the Goblin with my Ghoul. Or play Blood Witch and block the Goblin, or block it with the Ghoul, the Diregraph Ghoul. I mean, there's a lot of options I could take here. It's kind of interesting. I could also play Evolving Wilds and play another Ghoul here. That kind of folds to removal, but so does attacking. And my thought is next turn I could play like Ghoul plus like double Ghoul if I draw a Swamp or something. So I don't attack, I protect myself against removal. He plays a Swamp. Alright, very similar decks here. Now I just... This Sear Slicer Goblin is like... You know, now I understand how my opponents feel when I play with it, because I'm kind of priced out of attacking. Which is not something my deck wants to be doing. It wants to be attacking. But getting this off the battlefield is going to be important here. Visions of Phyrexia. Beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card. You can play it. And if you don't play it, you get a Power Stone. Now the question is, do we try to attack to get the trigger off the Strongbox Raider, or do we just play Ravine Raider, Diregraph Ghoul, leave up Hungry Ghoul activation? Looks like I'm actually going for the Strongbox Raider line. And interestingly, I think he thinks that the Visions is going to give him the card advantage he needs to win this game if he can protect his life total. That's what I think he's going for here, but playing a 5/2 is pretty good as well. And Darkstar Augur, perfect off the top. And I have a little heart attack here. Every time Abyssal Harvester has been played against me, I think I've lost. And it's been a lot. And there's an Abyssal Harvester. I just have to pray that there's no swamp in hand, and there isn't, which is really good. Get very, very lucky there. Now I have to decide, do I want to kick the Darkstar Augur? And I don't think I need to. He doesn't have any priority here. He's down at 13. I feel like he's got to remove the Raider and the Augur. I could play Ghoul, Raider, and Augur this turn. Oh, do I go for it? Oh, I did go for it. Okay. Greedy past me. And now I have to decide to play a 2/2 or a Menace Creature. So I play the Menace Creature here. I still have Involuntary Employment to help me out. I guess the reason I kicked or Offspring to the Augur is so I could protect myself against removal a little bit. They probably have to kill one of them. All right. And the Augur did, in fact, die. So I did make the right choice in kicking it with the Offspring. Burst Lightning, a pretty good draw. It effectively puts him at 8 life here. Well, 11 with the food, I guess. Okay, go ahead and play the Raider and the Diregraph Ghoul. And now, like, even removal plus creature is, like, just not going to be enough here. Because I've got Burst Lightning to put him to 11. The Leyline Axe doesn't help. Strongbox Raiders on the battlefield do some good work as well. So there is removal. But doing the math here, adding it up, 7, 8, 9, 10, pumping the Raider is lethal. So the Visions, Augur, doesn't matter what we flip. Play the land. And just double checking my math here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Triple checking my math here. And that is, in fact, lethal. That sets up a win and in tomorrow's match for top 8. Let's go. Oof, man, okay, well, we got the win. And we stay in 4th place, like I mentioned. Nobody else has played any matches since I made the opening graphic, so we are still sitting in 4th place here. With this win, the AGL predictor model has moved us up to 75% to make top 8, and we have 1 match left in the week. Now, this is when strategy starts to come into play here. I could play somebody like Linenler, Frisky Hobbit, JM Tron, but the issue is, if I lose to them, that gives them a win that could help them jump me. I probably want to strategically look down the board and try to match up against somebody who's a little bit lower, or try to steal one of these matches against Lata, Sepulcher, Seething Octopus that they have left as well. Could potentially think about doing that. I think at this point, Lata is the only one that is locked for top 8. Sepulcher, Seething Octopus would lock with 1 more win. So we are in go time here. It is, it's basically winning in. Tomorrow is a winning in match for top 8. And if we lose, we still have a chance. It's probably not much more than 30-ish%, but we might still have a chance. So 1 match left to go before the coveted potential top 8 reveal. Enjoy it while it lasts. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final match of the Foundations AGL.